In a historic move, President Ibrahim Traoré has officially handed over the keys to ultra-modern mobile hospitals to the Ministry of Defense and Veterans, led by Kassoum Coulibaly. This marks a significant turning point in the field of military healthcare in Burkina Faso. These state-of-the-art mobile hospitals are equipped with cutting-edge technology and are mounted on Scania vehicles, designed to provide rapid medical response to soldiers on the front lines. This initiative is a game-changer, and it's the first of its kind in Africa, making President Traoré a trailblazer in prioritizing the health and safety of military personnel. Now let's break this down a bit more. Why is this such a big deal? Well, for starters, these mobile hospitals are not your average medical units. They are fully equipped with the latest medical technology, ensuring that soldiers injured during operations receive the best possible care, no matter where they are. This is crucial in a country like Burkina Faso, where security challenges often require military personnel to operate in remote and difficult-to-access areas. With these mobile hospitals, the government is ensuring that no soldier is left behind when it comes to healthcare. President Traoré's commitment to this initiative is truly commendable. During the handover ceremony, he emphasized the importance of prioritizing the health and safety of military personnel. He stated that providing soldiers with the best possible resources for recovery is not just a duty, but a moral obligation. This sentiment resonates deeply, especially in a region where the sacrifices of soldiers are often immense. By investing in these mobile hospitals, the government is not only addressing immediate medical needs, but also fostering a culture of care and respect for those who serve. But this initiative goes beyond just healthcare. It's a symbol of solidarity and support for the brave men and women who fight to protect their homeland. These mobile hospitals represent a tangible expression of gratitude and recognition for the sacrifices made by soldiers. They also highlight the government's broader strategy to improve military infrastructure and ensure that fighters receive quality care, regardless of the operational challenges they face. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the significance of this development in the broader context of Africa. As the first African president to acquire such advanced medical equipment for military use, President Traoré is setting a powerful example for other nations on the continent. This move underscores the importance of investing in healthcare and technology, not just for civilians, but also for those in uniform. It's a reminder that the well-being of soldiers is integral to the stability and progress of any nation. To my amazing subscribers and channel members, I want to take a moment to thank you for your continued support. Your engagement and enthusiasm make it possible for us to bring you stories like this one. Whether you're here for the first time or have been with us from the beginning, your presence means the world to us. If you're not yet a member, consider joining our community to enjoy exclusive perks and help us keep delivering high-quality content. Your support is what keeps us going, and we're incredibly grateful for it. As we continue to explore this story, let's talk about the impact these mobile hospitals will have on the ground. For soldiers, access to immediate and high-quality medical care can mean the difference between life and death. In the heat of battle, every second counts, and these mobile units are designed to provide rapid response, ensuring that injured soldiers receive timely treatment. This not only improves survival rates, but also boosts the morale of troops, knowing that their well-being is a top priority. Moreover, this initiative reflects a forward-thinking approach to military strategy. By investing in healthcare infrastructure, the government is strengthening the resilience of its armed forces. A healthy and well-cared-for military is better equipped to handle the challenges of modern warfare and contribute to national security. This, in turn, creates a ripple effect, fostering stability and development across the country. But let's not forget the human element of this story. Behind every soldier is a family, a community, and a nation that depends on their safety and well-being. By ensuring that soldiers have access to the best possible care, the government is also providing peace of mind to their loved ones. It's a reminder that the sacrifices of soldiers extend beyond the battlefield, touching the lives of countless others. As we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with a thought. Progress is not just about big gestures or grand announcements. It's about the tangible steps we take to improve the lives of those around us. President Traoré's initiative is a shining example of what can be achieved when leaders prioritize the well-being of their people. It's a story of hope, resilience, and the power of innovation to create a better future. Before I go, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this development? Do you think other African nations should follow suit? Let's start a conversation in the comments below. Your opinions matter, and I can't wait to read what you have to say. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Together we can spread the word about the incredible work being done in Burkina Faso and beyond. And to my incredible subscribers, thank you for being part of this journey. Your support fuels our passion for bringing you stories that inspire.
Burkina Faso, particularly in the health sector.
For decades, advanced medical care in Burkina Faso has meant one thing for many families: leaving the country. When strokes, cancer, severe trauma, or heart disease struck, local hospitals could stabilize, but the real treatment often lay across borders. That reality is now being challenged. Near Bobo Dioulasso, in the village of Pala along National Road Number 1, Burkina Faso has completed a project unlike anything it has built before, a massive university hospital designed to handle the most complex cases at home. It is called the Centre Hospitalier Universitaire de Pala. Built to serve the entire western region and beyond, it promises intensive care, advanced imaging, cancer treatment, and the training of future doctors under one roof. But this is not just another hospital opening. This is a turning point. And as its lights rise from the red soil of Pala, one question hangs in the air. What exactly has Burkina Faso built? And why does it matter for all of West Africa? Let's find out. Before anyone talks about buildings, machines, or money, there is one simple truth about healthcare in Western Burkina Faso. For years, when a case became too serious, people were sent away. A stroke patient in Bobo Dioulasso, a woman with advanced cancer, a child with severe head trauma. Local hospitals could do what they could: give oxygen, control bleeding, ease pain. But everyone knew the unspoken sentence. This one needs to go outside the country. Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, sometimes even further, and many never made that journey. The road itself became part of the illness. Families sold land, borrowed from neighbors, waited for visas that came too late. Ambulances became long-distance travelers instead of rescue vehicles. In quiet conversations, people began to describe referral abroad not as hope, but as a delay, a way of buying time when the end already felt near. That is the reality Chechu de Pala was born into. It did not begin with a ceremony. It began with a question inside ministries and hospitals. Why should Burkinabe lives depend on foreign hospitals? Why should a diagnosis require a passport? Why should survival depend on borders? The answer slowly took shape in plans, drawings, and agreements. And then one day, along National Road Number 1 near Bobo Dioulasso, the earth began to move. At first, people in Pala village thought it was just another construction site. Trucks came, dust rose, foundations were dug. But this was no warehouse, no housing estate. The land kept spreading, hectare after hectare. Walls climbed higher than anything spreading, hectare after hectare. Walls climbed higher than anything around. And then the lights came on. At night, drivers slowed down, staring at the glow of a structure that did not belong in the rural darkness. Something big was being built, and it was not meant for business. Word spread, it was a hospital. But not like the ones people knew. This one had a space like a campus, blocks like a city, roads inside its walls. People said it would have hundreds of beds, that it would take the hardest cases, that it would be connected to a university. It was meant to stop the medical exodus. Still, for many, it sounded unreal. In a place where advanced scans and cancer treatment had always been something you searched for abroad, the idea that such care could exist in Pala felt like a story told to give hope, not a plan meant to be finished. Yet the building kept rising, and as it did, a quiet shift began. Instead of asking which country will take this patient, doctors started asking something new. When will Pala be ready? For the first time, the future of serious illness in Western Burkina Faso was being imagined not as a journey outward, but as a return home. But standing there, watching the concrete spread across the red soil, one question remained unanswered in everyone's mind. What exactly was this place going to be, and how big was the promise it carried? It is massive. Burkina Faso did not build a wing, or a block, or an upgrade. It built an entire medical city. What rose in Pala is the Centre Hospitalier Universitaire de Pala, a 500-bed referral hospital, one of the largest medical centers anywhere in West Africa. The site alone covers 17 hectares, with land reserved to stretch it to 30 hectares in the future. That is not the footprint of a local hospital. That is the footprint of a national system compressed into one place. The investment behind it is just as bold. Around 70 billion CFA francs poured into concrete, steel, glass, and systems meant to carry life. From above, it does not look like a single building. It looks like a campus. Blocks are arranged like districts, roads inside the perimeter. Spaces between structures are not for decoration, but for movement. Ambulances, supplies, patients, and staff, all flowing without choking each other. This is deliberate, because when hundreds of patients arrive every day, chaos kills as surely as disease. The hospital is built vertically, ground floor plus 2 levels, which engineers call R plus 2. That choice matters. It means critical services are stacked close instead of scattered wide. A patient can move from emergency to imaging to surgery to intensive care without crossing half a kilometer of corridors. Elevators become lifelines. Stairwells become arteries. Every meter saved is a minute gained. And in medicine, minutes are survival. This scale did not come from guesswork. The design was done by the China Aviation Planning and Design Institute, and construction was by Beijing Urban Construction Group, companies used to building mega infrastructure, not small clinics. The project was funded through cooperation between Burkina Faso and China, allowing the country to aim high instead of settling for what usually feels realistic in resource-limited settings. But size alone means nothing if it turns into a maze. So, inside the walls, the hospital is divided into zones, not randomly, but like parts of a machine. There are blocks for consultations, where specialists see patients. A full emergency zone, positioned for fast ambulance access. Large hospitalization wards, designed for long battles with disease. Technical buildings, where the heavy machines live. Administration zones, to keep the system running. And teaching spaces, because this is not only a hospital, it is also a university. Each zone has its own logic. Patients flow one way, supplies another, waste another. Clean and contaminated paths never cross. Air is controlled, power is backed up, water systems are isolated. These are things people never see, but they decide whether infections spread, whether machines fail, and whether hospitals collapse under pressure. What was built in Pala is not just large, it is planned to survive pressure. Still, even a perfectly planned giant is only an empty shell without what truly gives it power. And that leads to the next question that hung over this massive site from the very beginning. What exactly did they put inside these walls that could change the fate of the patients who would come here? They filled it with machines that can see what hands cannot touch. The real strength of CHU de Pala is not its walls. It is what hums behind heavy doors deep inside the campus. This is where the hospital stops being just big and starts becoming powerful. At the heart of it are the imaging rooms. One houses a high-capacity CT scanner. When a patient arrives after a road accident, when a stroke is suspected, or when internal bleeding is possible, this machine becomes the first judge. In minutes, it spins X-rays around the body and builds cross-sectional images that show doctors exactly where blood is leaking, where bones are shattered, and where the brain is swelling. Before, many hospitals could only guess. Here, they can see. Not far from it is the MRI suite. The room feels different, quieter, heavier, almost tense, because inside sits a giant magnet powerful enough to map soft tissues in extreme detail. Brains, spinal cords, nerves, tumors hiding where no knife should go. With MRI, conditions that once stayed invisible until it was too late can now be caught early. For patients who used to travel abroad just for this scan, the future has moved closer. But CHU de Pala did not stop at diagnosis. It went further, into treatment guided by images. Inside a protected suite stands the hospital's most advanced system, a Siemens PhenoActis interventional imaging platform. This is not just a camera. It is a live map of blood vessels. Here, doctors insert thin catheters into an artery and watch their path in real time as they travel to the heart or the brain. Blocked vessels can be opened. Aneurysms can be sealed. Bleeding can be stopped. All without opening the chest or the skull. Less trauma, less risk, faster recovery. This level of care was once almost unimaginable inside Burkina Faso. Then there is the place no one wants to go, but many must, the intensive care unit. The ICU is built for patients who are barely holding on, those who cannot breathe on their own, whose blood pressure collapses, whose organs are failing. Here, ventilators breathe for them, monitors track every heartbeat, pumps deliver life-saving drugs drop by drop. This is where doctors fight hour by hour, sometimes minute by minute, against the edge of death. Together, these rooms change the meaning of emergency. A stroke no longer means waiting and hoping. A head injury no longer means guessing. A heart blockage no longer means inevitable loss. The hospital can now see, decide, and act fast. But as powerful as these machines are, there is one disease that has broken more families than almost any other. One illness that has forced people to leave their country just to have a chance. And that brings the next question straight into the heart of this story. Can CHU Dapala really confront cancer here at home?
Havana panganai vachinyebera kuzungaira vachitaura kuti hanzi president is doing the best, in the country. He wanted to finish the project that he has done, because he has done a lot. Look at the Pararinyatwa, there is, there is a swimming pool, a part only swimming pool. Saka white singa appreciate ngatitendi ngatingoti ndainokuti aiwa. The president is actually doing the best. He's doing the best. So let's just have an appreciation and give him more morning, more period, because he anakuita zvakanaka. Apa unyatsotarisa munhu aigara kuAmerica. Uri kuti chikwe, what are you talking about? What are you saying? Are you considering zvauri kunyatsotaura zvokumeka sense here? Kana uchitaura kuti kurenovheta parenyatwa ndokuvaka hospital. Saka ungataura kurenovheta wototaura kuti patoitwa zvinhu zvokutoti tingatotaure. For how long, how many years? Uyima hospitals manganani ene zvinokoti kune hospital yemasoja yakaitisa quick, specially kote dzekumama specially with everything equipment zviya zvataiona zviya zvekunana Singapore zvekunana America zvokuti inginonzi maambulensi iwaye marora eningi emota masoja kuti kuitirwa specially like this handimaona pekutanga masoja akatotengerwa mahospitals awo ekuti kana vakashutwa kana kuti vakaita any emergency vanondiona mazimashani emahospital kuita city yese hospital yakavakwa. Tarisa kuti ani makore mangani ari pachigaro, ari pachigaro iyeyo. Asi komarodi ma 8 layers this side, ways this side, 8 ways this side. Imagine 8 kuside 16. Otaura zvokuti hanzi is doing the best neurichi watinawo muZimbabwe. Problem ndeyekuti munonyebera kuzungaira imi. Ndo zvinondibhowa izvozvo. Zvoda kunyebera kuzungaira ndo vanhu vari kukanganisa president. Vari kubva vava ameno so. Instead of mungada muchitoeducate vanhu makabhodo buda kunze munonyatsoziva zvinhu mama advanced countries. Munonyatsoziva everything. Instead of you going home there and start educating people, making people understand how these things goes and how much it spend the cost. You can't do that. Muchikuza nezvozvo zvokumama. Ndo zvingachinjirwa constitution izvozvo. Ndo mama vapambi vanapangana. Uya anopenga wayarega urira akati ikaenditise. Ungagarira benzi rakadaro unotaura kuti hanzi parenyatwa yakarinofetwa. Hanzi pane swimming pool. Swimming pool ine basa rinoshandiswa paparenyatwa. Inoshandiswa pahausiko nepfungwa dzashadziko. Inoshandiswa munhu ari kurwara ombonoenda usiku ngaatenge mapiriti kutenga mumishini kutenga zvese zvinodiwa muisa munyika mumahospital muvaka mahospital zvikuru kwete kutaura zveswimming pool ine basa ri. Saka ufunga kuti nganyengedzwa neswimming pool. Ine basa reswimming pool. Kanopenga kababa kai eka kakasiiwa kamadhinesi kaike kamazvikokota kemadhinesi kandumbukwe kamzurubani kazumbukwe kandoendepi kandiriri kembo kambutu zvako kampengo kamzadza matura kajinyiurwa kambiriviri chaiko kandiviri kambembembe chaiko kano kanopenga kamwana kasatani unopenga herewo kutaura zvokuti chivo. What are you saying? Are you normal? What are you even talking about? Haunzwa hana yako ichirova uchitaura uchidaro. Pfungwa dzako dzakakwana uri normal. Ndo zvinonetsaka vanhu vakaenda kunzwa kuti ndimi muri kutokanganisa zvinhu. Voenda kunzwa kuti munotoya muvhairira vanhu kunoku instead muchitipa education zvinhu zviri advanced. Because zvinhu zvese zvinenge zvafana South Africa. Marodhi ari kuvakwa. Vakagadzira marodhi, vakagadzira tirabhabhurasi. Unotoshamisa kana nemacelebrity. Pakauya munhu munyika muZimbabwe kutotora munhu kuenda naye kutirabhabhurasi kuita unge zvinoshamisira. Ameno kuti pfungwa dzemaZimbabwenzi kuti are we normal? Are we okay? Are we like sober? Mukutaura kuti kudii kutoenda mwana nemacelebrity nechiva ningauya munyika vaendwa nawo paparabhabhurasi. Inongooneka kuti mabhalansi chai. Azvongooneka kuti mabhalansi lack of winning. Inonzi lack of exposure chai. Ayo. Ubva tirabhabhurasi. Ndosaka muchikonoraisa vana veZimbabwe vakasara kuZimbabwe vasingazivi zvinhu vasina exposure. Ndosaka vachibva vasapota nekuti ndimi kukuza zvinhu zvisipo. Muchikuza muchida kupembedza zvinhu zvisina basa zvamunoziva kuti hazvipo izvi. nai ngataura zvepurabhabhurasi and so plus why is it has to act kuita kunge vari kushandisa mari yavo, handiti mari yenyika nai nemari yenyika yakawanda kudaro utaura zvoitira bhabhurasi chii chinonzi chabhabhurasi. Tarisa dzimwe nyika ana Burkina Faso yani makore mangani apinda pachika since 2022 kupera kwegore 2020 tamuna 2026 makore mangani, asi look at what he has done. Tarisa ka Burkina Faso kakuita kunge ka Dubai. Marodi pure roads kwete zvimanyangararwa unopenga imi nai penga chaiko chaiko kuda kutiitisa kutamba nebrains edu kutiita madofu kuti handizive kuti what in habitat caused the Zimbabweans to act like we are not normal, we are not human beings, we are just crazy like that, because it does not make sense at all. If you are a human being, somebody that knows things and you have been there, you know things, you shouldn't act like that. You shouldn't act like that. You are the one. Ukaona ameno kutovhairira kwate chichitwa nevanhu vari kunze ikoko vanenge vakaenda kunze uko vanototanga kutotoona kunge vanhu vasina basa kuti vakaita zvinana wabantu zviya zvinana kubva madzikisira munhu wese akasara kuno muchititarisira pasi muchitiona kunge as if we are not human beings. What in habitat? Are you normally? Are you okay? Instead of educating, telling us, teaching us some of the things which are there, make us understand everything so that we will not vundukaring things which is not that I don't know how we behave as Mazimba. We are just having some mental issues that maybe, and the mental issues that we are having in Zimbabwe as Zimbabwean people ndiye kutozvarwa takatodaro. Aiwa takazvarwa takadaro maZimbabweans tichitopenga kutomhanya mushini kuti hiri chaiko hatina kukwaniswa. If you notice kuti hatina kukwana, hatinombokwana maZimbabweans, we are full, tiri mafuzi, tine kamwe kakupenga chaiko kakunyebera kuzungaira kauzumbizumbi katinako. So aiwa umwe uzumbizumbi watinahwo kubva taita kunge zvimwe zvinhu kudaro. Ngatinzwei hana dzedu dzichirova maZimbabweans, ngatinzwei hana dzedu dzichirova. Ane zvimwe zvisingazodi, hatifaniri kubva tanyanya kubva tatomuka kuzumbaira kudaro, kunyebera kuzungaira kuita kunge tiri vana vaduku, kuita kunge tisingazive zvinhu, yet we know things. Why do we have to behave like that, acting as if we are small kids and we don't know things, instead of us educating those who vatakasiya kumusha? We can't do that. We will be there and talking bad and say things that does not make sense at all. Are we normal? Are we okay? Are we fine? Umwe kunyebera kuzungaira so kwatinako. Tarisa dzimwe nyika idzi vari kuita zvinorova zvinotyisa, marailways akatovakwa machinyi imi unongohwa iwe unongohwa. Aiwa kanda aiwa kune vari kuita zvinogara zvakadaro. Let's be honest, godo haridi kamwe. Ukaita godo aiwa unofa neBP. Hatisi kuti ida havasi kuita vamunanga kwapata, hazvisi izvo zvatinotarisei. And plus futi ka it's not a must. It's not like vanhu fanira kutofila entitlement because of that. He has to do it. Even achatouya aifanira kungozviti. Haisi an excuse kuti tingauye pano totaura kuti hanzi he has to finish the project. The country is not his. So wherever kwaanenge asiyira ikoko anouya anongotangira ipapa, hatinei nazvo zvokuti hanzi kune maproject. Vamugambe pavakabviswa havanga vasina mapurani, hanti vakangotangirawo pavakasiyira ipapa, kureva kuti hazvisi zvakeka. Nai izvo zvokuti hanzi kune maproject anoda kupedziswa, ani kana ari efamily yavo kanga vanopedzisa zvavo vari kufamily kwavo. Nai handiti maproject acho ndeuyu anenge ari edu isusu enyika. Saka do you have to be kuti hanzi totonzi kune maproject and the project has to be finished? Fuck off man, idiot. Musatipusisa man. Naye asikana ndo muchinyeba wokuzungaira wevana panga naye. Pavakasiya vamugaba vakambomira here kuti pavakabviswa vamugaba vambomira kuti atanga vapedza mapurans avo. Ndoda kuti iti akasitaira kamugabi chaiko kekungoti tichazodai ndoda kupedzisa zvakati kokuzokambena kwacho kuti hanzi akatumwa naMwari, akatumwa naMwari. Kaunhu kenyu Mazimba kekungoti munhu akatumwa naMwari, kutumwa naMwari kuita chiiko? Kuita mabasa akaipa. Zvepolitics zvina Mwari mukati hezvo. Ndoda unyebera wokuzungaira kunge ana Chamisa. Fuck off. Akatumwa naMwari, akatumwa naMwari. Akatumwa naMwari kubad things zvamunenge muchiita mupolitics, muchikuvadza vanhu, muchirova vanhu, muchiita sei. Saka Mwari anenge achitokutiita izvo sezvo. Kuvadzai vanhu, urayai vanhu, izodai. NdiMwari wokupi? Nonyebera kuzungaira steri. Kutaura zvisina basa. Fuck off. Nai ukanzwa vanhu vachitori ninga akatumwa naMwari, akatumwa naMwari, unoti pari kutaura zvisviname mwana, kutaura zvokuti akatumwa akatumwa naMwari, ndiwe Mwari akakudza izvozvo. Ndinoprofita zvese it's about him. Inini ndini number 1 muprofita weningi. Unoprofita iwe wewe zizombe mukumbi, zinda kwenya zirundurundu zimharadzi. Unoprofitira iwe, kara pasi
gara pasi panotaurwa navanhu vakuru tisvo kwakutitaurira zvokuti mwari kupi kwaunoziva kwawakamuona mwari wacho akakuudza kuti ndakatumwa nini. Inga vana mugaba ingu kuti wakatumwa namwari kasaka makavabhisirei kana vakanga wakatumwa namwari utumwa namwari uso vakabva vachitanga kungodzi vakatumwa namwari kusvika vabviswa vachingodzi vakatumwa namwari ukambena nekutumwa namwari hamunyari munobhuwa mani musingazotauri like that kuti hanzi munhu akatumwa namwari kupi ainzi azoitei paakatumwa pacho akatumwa achinzi anoitei mutiitire mushe Mazimba paana semari yepasi fokufa.